with this story of Jose Antonio Vargas. Undoubtedly, you've heard his story. He was a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, and then basically announced to the world that he's been living in the United States for the vast majority of his life as an undocumented immigrant. He had traveled to Texas to work on and to document what was happening with, and essentially, I guess, as an activist, to show solidarity with the thousands of undocumented, unaccompanied children. When he got there, he realized that he was within, and apparently there's I don't know how big it is, 100-mile perimeter of the border, wherein essentially you cannot get out without changing, without showing your ID. And so he's been there for a number of days. He tweeted this morning that he was going to attempt to pass through security at an airport in McAllen, Texas. There he was, he showed ID, but it was a Filipino passport. He had no visa, so he's been taken into custody. It's not totally clear what happens now. He does not, he will probably go from customs and then hand it over to immigration officials, ICE officials. It is unclear whether or not the government would deport him. I mean, according to the Obama administration's enforcement priorities, he is not someone who fits the criteria of the administration's focus on deportation. That criteria includes convicted criminals, recent border crossers, and people who have been deported and returned to the U.S. About 98% of all people deported last year fit into one of those three criteria. Vargas doesn't meet any of those criteria. In years past, Vargas has tried to turn himself into immigration officials. They basically just did not accept him. So it is going to be interesting how this is handled. My guess is he will not be deported. The real question is, how does the right wing react to this? And good for him for drawing attention to what's happening with these children at the border.